Hello, just wanted to make this video to thank BillingsgateArchery and Greyarcher1 for helping me to get into the sport of traditional archery. I've had a compound bow for about 2 years and was shooting it, and it got more like shooting a rifle, so I wanted to get into traditional archery. So I went on to eBay back in December of last year, so about 2 months ago, and I bought this Darton Hunter 70s era recurve bow for $125, and the limbs are pretty straight. One's got a little twist in it, but other than that they're pretty straight. Got the bear hair rug and rest, and took Greyarcher1's advice and put a little toothpick underneath the rest and underneath the strike pad. Got a Flemish twist string on here with some Navajo rug silencers, and then some silencers underneath here. And then again, using Greyarcher's advice, I got the traditional gold tip 35-55s. This is a 40-pound bow, so a pretty light bow. One of the things that I kept hearing over and over again was not to overbow myself, so I went with a 40-pound draw to learn form and how to shoot. And these gold tip arrows have a tolerance of a straightness of .006, and I fletched them myself using this $40 boning fletching jig that I got off of Three Rivers Archery. Like I said, it ran about 40 bucks. Much simpler process than I'd anticipated. Before I even shot a single arrow through this bow, I drew it 100 times a night for 10 nights. So just to get the feel of my anchor point and holding it out there and sighting, drew it 1,000 times just so that I could kind of develop that muscle memory that Greyarcher talked about a lot. Then I hung a blanket out back and just shot an arrow into that blanket over and over and over again with my eyes closed, probably 500 times. So I've been shooting traditional for about 2 months, and at 25 yards I'm hitting probably about like this pretty consistently. So that's all thanks to BillingsgateArchery and Greyarcher1's advice and tips. And then along with that, this is my first ever leather project. I decided to make myself a quiver, so went over to Tandy Leather here locally, bought half of a cow's back and some stain and some thread or some lacing. Put together my first back quiver, and to avoid the hassle of it moving around on my back, I actually put the shoulder strap on it. So I have a waist belts on, and then the shoulder strap belts on. So it stays in place pretty well. It's nice. Getting into traditional archery was pretty inexpensive. A half dozen of these gold tips ran me about 40 bucks. The bow itself, like I said, about 125. The Flemish string, I got 2 of those for $12 each. The Navajo rugs, I think, were 6 bucks. This was about 40. The fletching, I think, for 12 was about $5 each. And I got this nice red with the black stripes and the white with the black stripes. I thought it went nice with the traditional gold tip arrow. And then, of course, I tried to take BillingsgateArchery and Greyarcher1's tips and tune my arrows. So I went out back and put up a paper jig and put these arrows through the paper jig, and I don't think I'm consistent enough yet. I'm getting a good reading each time, because these arrows should be soft. They seem to be coming across as a little stiff. So not much. They only tear the paper about 1 inch at their full length, which is 30 1/2. So they are going in and tearing the paper about 1 inch off to the side. As I mentioned earlier, I fletched these myself. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's got a 1-degree helical twist to give a nice spin to the arrow. And I've just been having a lot of fun with traditional archery and with intuitive shooting, and it's just amazing to be able to look at what you want to hit and get within 8-10 inches of it from 25 yards out. And like I said, I've only been shooting intuitively and traditional for 2 months. Thanks to BillingsgateArchery and Greyarcher1, I think they shaved about a year's worth of learning curve off for me, and I really appreciate that. That's it. If you're thinking about getting into the sport of traditional archery, I highly recommend that you visit BillingsgateArchery's YouTube videos and Greyarcher1's YouTube videos, because they can give you a lot of really great advice and really get you started off right so that you're having fun right from the start and you're progressing right from the start. Thanks for watching. Just realized something. That first arrow I showed you was the first one that I had fletched, and I didn't have the 1 degree set on it for the helical twist. So I want to show you the one that does have the nice helical twist. I did the first one. That was the first one ever I've done, so didn't really know what I was doing, but after I looked at it and realized I wasn't getting it, I revisited my jig and set it up to get that helical twist. Hopefully you can see that. Thanks for watching.